What's up, gang? It may be the first clip of the video, I don't know, I'll figure it out when I'm editing. But if you're not the biggest fan of silent films, I advise you skip to the timestamp on screen right now, assuming I remember to put it here. Because there's a lot of clips where my microphone was not on because NVIDIA decided it would be a good idea to switch my microphone input to my headset, which is never on, instead of my quadcast, which I always use. So, yeah, that's just a heads up. Enjoy the video. Why in God's green earth would my input for my microphone ever be my headset over my quadcast? Let me know, because for the past 3 days, all of the clips have had absolutely no fucking audio at all. I hope there's stock crashes, okay? Well, it's the first Vanguard where you can actually hear what I'm saying. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but at least we didn't get a locket and then my microphone was muted, so at least that's... Fuck. Alright, it's time for a Vanguard of my own. And, while I do it, well, I guess after I do it, I'm going to talk, just for a little bit, about my favorite NBA team, the Sixers. So the 76ers fell to 2-8 after losing a game to the Knicks, 111-99, and that game also happened to be the first game of the in-season tournament, and it just showed how bad we are. I mean, it's Embiid's first game back, and he shot 2 for 11, but that's kind of to be expected considering it's his first game of the season. He's shaking off some rust, and not to mention the fact that he's coming off an injury. And yeah, the majority of his points were from free throws, but that's to be expected. But I mean, we are just awful. I mean, Paul George had his first good, productive, and efficient game since he's joined the team, and yet still it didn't matter. Even Brunson had a terrible game, and it didn't matter. Also, nice corpse, damn. We're a team that forces turnovers. In fact, we forced 7 in 1 quarter, and yet it just didn't matter. It just feels like no matter what we do, we can't seem to win games. Yes, Maxi's out with a hamstring injury, and that is a massive factor to our team. But when Brunson, the star of the team, has a massive stinker, you have this opportunity to prevail, and your bench is just the worst thing known to man. I mean, Yabusele shot 1 for 7. He should get his ass back to France. All he's known for is dunking on LeBron. Additionally, we held the Knicks to a significantly lower free throw total than they usually get, but it just didn't matter. That's just what it seems like. Nothing we do matters. And quite frankly, I think we should put Paul George and Joel Embiid in a cryogenesis chamber so we can tank and get Cooper flagged, because honestly, I don't see us winning a playoff game in the next 5 years otherwise. That's the end of my rant. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's talk about something less depressing. Or more, I don't know how you view it, but in my honest opinion, I don't know if this is a bad take, I don't know if this is unpopular, but in my honest opinion, Fiji water is ass. I think it is the most overpriced piece of bullshit I've ever seen in my life. It's like, what, artisan water? Isn't that a profession? If you put me on an island, there was no source of water, at least not a clean source, and I had to choose between Aquafina, Dasani, or Fiji, I'm dying of thirst. Call me Kendrick, because I'm dying of thirst. Like, literally, you could not force me to drink Dasani, Aquafina, or Fiji, or Evian. Evian's catching a stray. I'm sorry. I don't like Evian water either. The one time I drank Evian water, the very next, not even the very next day, the very next 4 hours, I got COVID for the first time. And then I proceeded to get COVID 3 more times. You know what happened? Evian water cursed me, man. It's personal. It's personal. It's not just because I don't like it. It's personal. My water goat is by far Deer Park. I don't know if it's like local to Pennsylvania, but Deer Park is just so good. Acadia water's like, okay. I mean, I would drink it, but like, I wouldn't be particularly happy about it. Honestly, I would value tap water over it. But at the end of the day, there are good waters, there are bad waters, and there are bad waters that are overpriced. And where Fiji lies is bad and overpriced. Argue with the wall. And don't even get me started with Essentia water. Like, okay, do you really want me to put a down payment for a pack of 12 water bottles? Like, no. I don't care about your electrolytes, man. I can just drink a Gatorade. I could just put salt into my water, and I would get the same effect. Stop trying to sell me your gimmicky electrolyte water, man. Everyone's catching strays. I don't care anymore. Also, your ears do not deceive you. I did, in fact, change keyboards. And for good reason, because the EPO maker that I was originally using with Bluetooth decided to stop being able to pair to Bluetooth. So I kind of was forced to, considering the wire is also broken, and I cannot be bothered to get a replacement wire or talk to EPO maker in the first place. Like, honestly, it's a rivalry now. Not cool, EPO maker. I'm not ordering from you again. But I am using a different keyboard, and it does not have the key pressing problem that I found with EPO maker, which means I think keyboard maker's out to get me, quite honestly. It's probably what I'll be using for the foreseeable future, unless some kind of keyboard brand decides to sponsor me. I don't think that's gonna happen, though, so Durgod it is. Durgod it is. It's a pretty good keyboard brand. I used this keyboard back in 2021, and it lasted me 2 years, but then I decided to forsake it like a mother abandoning her child. That was a really bad comparison, but you get the point. It gets the point across. And I'm using it again, and it's really good. Arguably better, it just doesn't sound as good, which is unfortunate, I will admit. I do miss the keyboard sounds, but I do not miss half of my keyboard presses not registering, so there. I'm sorry with the amount of rambling that I'm doing, but I gotta catch up, man. It's been 3 days, you know? What's up, gang? It's the Veritatorium check, but I forgot to turn on my microphone. Yeah, this is the first one where you can actually hear me. That's my bad. I'm still very sad about that. It's like 3 days eclipse, but anyways, I've been on the fence about selling my lockets because, you know, they hold some kind of sentimental value to me, but at the same time, in total, it's 3.6 billion coins, and that's a lot of skeleton keys that I could be able to afford, and that I wouldn't have to be, like, going paycheck to paycheck like a single mother of 4. Well, if we got, like, I don't know, 10 apexes, that would also help a lot. But, yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. Wait, no. Why? No, absolutely not. My days. You also like bad financial decisions, which I can't really talk, but like, you know, like, come on, man. I really don't have the money for this, but I mean, I gotta roll it. It's recomped, you know? I'm just the best. I'm just the best. So what can I say? Oh my god, they're still going down. Oh my god, no way. I just... the absolute second I decide to buy a skeleton, it's like it's calling my name. And yeah, you know, the casino's also calling my name. Chat, it's time for alpha, and I am Force 56. Okay, well, that's not really that eventful. Wait a fucking second. Wait a damn second. What is this supposed to be? No. 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 No! My mushroom armor is actually useless now. That's entirely my fault. I should have seen this coming, but like, fuck. Ugh. Why would I need a blaze stick ham radio? I don't know, but oh man. At least there's a lot of pest content. This is exactly what I wanted. More pest chance. Oh my god. I will do. There also appears to be a new money sink, which I'm thrilled about. This better give XP. But yeah, it's pretty expensive. Seems like I will not even be able to afford it. But luckily, Centauri may or may not be able to give me a couple coins. Well, for one, I am very, very happy about this update, even though my mushroom armor has been absolutely put in the bin. This was never meant to be, you know, the best in slot for pest armor anyway, so I'm glad that there is a full-fledged set now. Also, one more thing is that pest drops got insanely buffed, except for flies, which got insanely nerfed, as they should have. And now they have rare chances to drop a lot of crops. For example, a mite has a 0.5% chance to drop 6 enchanted cactus, when before it was, you know, just 1. So that is insane. Honestly, so far I have absolutely 0 complaints with this update. Wait a second. Chocolate Dicer 40 bill? Wait. Shut up, don't tell me I'm sending commands too fast. Excuse me? I mean, they're 380k. They're not gonna go up in price ever, because there's just so many of them in circulation. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think we can check how much there is since Vincent came out. Yeah, 232,000. That's never going up. Okay, these names aren't even making sense anymore. What is that? Personally, my favorite pest-related change is the fact that they made the Tyrant perk not affect non-combat stats on the T-Rex, which also means that now the Slug pet is actually the best in-slot pet for bonus pest chance. I mean, it was for every crop that you couldn't use a Daedalus axe to mine with, but now it's just the best in general, because obviously the 30% that you get from the brown bandana no longer applies to the base stats and no longer gets buffed. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not gonna test much. I don't think you want to see alpha content. I would rather test it on main, and I'm sure you'd rather see it on main. Because of that, I think we should get back to Vanguards and hopefully drop a 5th locket before this comes on to main, because I would imagine it could be by next Tuesday, or the preceding Tuesday. I don't know, we'll see. I am very, very excited for this update, though, and I will most certainly be grinding it when it comes out. All right, now it's a race against the clock to drop a locket. I gotta drop 5. That's not one. All right, it is time for another Vanguard. Let's just get this over with. Yeah, okay. All right, it is time for another Vanguard. That's a lot of purple. All right, at this rate, we may get another locket before the turn of the century, but who knows? Certainly not me. All right, time for another rank. Let's just end this. Let's just get a locket now. Fuck, all right. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. It's a Vanguard by me. Let's go. Fuck, I don't have... Also, Candy Pat just dropped a vid that you should totally watch. Oh, see what I did there? Candy Pat and vid, he just dropped it. Oh my god, I'm a lyrical genius. And he got a frostbitten die in 300 corpses. Guys, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? All right, it's time for another Vanguard that I actually have a locket for. Oh, a key for. Not a locket, unfortunately. Look who it is. Dungeon Hub. You know, he's been on my mind a lot. Not, like, in a weird... No, like... in the manner that they will always be, like, 200 corpses ahead of me, and it irks me beyond belief. Anyways, I recently dethroned Quirotes in the number 2 spot, who was also recently dethroned by Dungeon Hub, as they were originally the number 1 Vanguard Corpse opener, but they've recently stopped entirely, basically. But yeah, I mean, this Dungeon Hub guy he's just a insurmountable foe. Vocab React, stop playing with me. That's also the title of this video. Aren't I just so clever? But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna continue to open Vanguards, but I think so is Dungeon Hub, so it's kind of just gonna be like a never-ending race between the two of us, except I'm the only one thinking that it's a race. Hey, it's content, though. I need that. I don't know about him, but the only way I'm stopping is if I get a frostbitten die, because that's like kind of the ultimatum of those darn corpses. And you know, maybe 10 years down the line I'll finally get every single die drop. And I mean, I need to start somewhere. So all right, it is a big day. I get to farm social XP and take money from people, except I'm selling this locket to this kind player for an incredibly cheap price. It's called the Rembuquago discount. It's like I'm like the opposite of Sway. Okay, I'm sorry, but there we go. 1.13 billion coins to my name. Thank you for the luck. I'm gonna need it. Well, speak of the devil. Immediate. It's a sign. It's a sign. Yeah, watch this. Fuck. Thank you, Garfield. Oh, shoot. We take that. See? I tricked the dice. I said I don't want to roll it anymore. And then it was like, oh man, I'm just gonna ready up this 6 just in case he keeps rolling. But he's not gonna do that. I did do that. Think better. Think better. All right, it is time for another Vanguard with double powder. That's big, just like my losses. You have money for me? What the? Oh my god, yo, I want these. Yo, I've been waiting to buy these and I never did. I literally never did, but I want to put these on my island. Let me go do that. And Legacy Ember, which is a goddamn ton of money. Holy hell. All right, there we go. That's as good as it's gonna get. Listen, I know the NBA is a game of 4 quarters, but like, why are we beating the undefeated Cavs right now? We're ass. No Embiid, no Paul George, no Maxey. We're beating the Cavs. We're going to the finals. All right, we're still leading by 8. Let's go. I'm still losing money. Ooh, double powder, let's go. Okay. All right, well, it's time for another Vanguard. And we got no purple at all. All right, it's time for yet another Vanguard. Okay. The Sixers lost, but it was a way better game. We didn't have MB, we didn't have PG, we didn't have Maxey, and we still put up a great fight against the 13-0 Cavs. And we profited. Let's go. Positivity, man. Let's go. Yo, this Wembanyama guy is not real. I mean, 26 minutes, 48 points. He's taller than the Eiffel Tower, and he's shooting 8 for 14 from 3. How? All right, it is time for another Vanguard, and I have a key. I was concerned I didn't, but it's okay. All right, it is time for another Vanguard, and I don't got much to say. That's pretty good. Time for a Vanguard it is. I don't think I want to re-roll that normal. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I want to re-roll that. Okay. What? Those are like kind of what? You can't just drop 350 and not elaborate. Garfield. Okay, he did elaborate in my DMs. I just didn't check him. He gambled for me, and he won. He won big. I didn't even have to gamble. I mean, that's a good decision. But yeah. Well, unfortunately, you can't gamble Vanguards for me. I mean, I guess you could, and then you just give me the locket. But anyways, that's usually what would happen. All right, it's time for a Vanguard. And we just passed 59 million Glacite powder, and we profited back to back. This is a sign. We got to keep going. Yo, let's go. We got a Vanguard of our own. Back to back to back profit? Nah, not at all, actually. All right, it is time for yet another Vanguard right after that last one. We didn't lose that much, and we got a lot of powder. All right, it is time for yet another Vanguard. And we profit again. Damn. All right, it's time for another Vanguard. And this is not going to be the locket, but the next one is. It's leading up. It's building up. All right, it's time for another Vanguard, courtesy of the same person. but this time we lose money. Alright, it's time for yet another Vanguard from the same person. And we also lose money. Alright, it is time for yet another Vanguard. Oh. Hey, let me gamble, man. Alright, we just hit 60 mil with that exiting of that mine shaft. And I'm gonna end it off there because, quite frankly, I got a lot of clips to edit. Which doesn't really make sense because right now you're watching a video that I've already edited. But you get the point, man. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever.